Secretary Crowley, walk us through how you think the speech today in Warsaw frames the objectives for the summit this weekend.
Well, I think it gives the president some momentum. Poland is one of the most popular, one of the most pro-American countries in Europe. It's also one of the countries that has a dedicated 2% of their GDP to defense. So I think it was very safe and positive ground for the president. Now he goes into the G-20. I think there are three things to watch here. One is what happens in the Merkel meeting today. Remember, the last time the president was in Europe, the G7, and then after that, he pulls out of the Paris Climate Accord. Merkel responded, well, is the United States a trustworthy ally? So a first question is, will Donald Trump help Angela Merkel have a successful G20 meeting in Hamburg? And then, as you said, the Putin meeting, what's the tone of that? Here, the president's going to be working against his own instincts. He likes to talk about positive meetings. He likes to talk about chemistry. The best outcome from the president's standpoint probably is a bad meeting, with Vladimir Putin. So he avoids the trap that President George W. Bush, had, high expectations for the relationship, and then, dashed expectations later. The same experience with President Obama. And I think the one that, to me, is the most important, given the overriding issue of North Korea, is to what extent does the president lean into President Xi Jinping to say, because any solution to North Korea has to involve Beijing. And per the president's tweet earlier in the week about the expanding trade between China and North Korea, does President Trump signal that, hey, if you don't do something about this, we will?
He did say he was considering some extreme options, his words, regarding North Korea. We watched the president here make his way across the tarmac with the First Lady, who introduced him this morning in Warsaw. Dan, regarding Russia, he did have choice words for them this morning as well. He urged them to cease destabilizing activities in the Ukraine, end support for hostile regimes, including Syria and Iran. Some argue he's been boxed in regarding Russia because of the investigation here. Is that true?
Well, I don't know if he's been boxed in, but he has a number of challenges at this G20. Certainly, Russia and the looming sanctions legislation in Congress will be something that will be a subject of discussions with Russia. But the real question here for President Trump, as all presidents at summits, is whether they can help build consensus on important global issues, whether it's terrorism, trade, North Korea, or migration. And that will be the test. Most presidents come to understand that global problems require global solutions, and that go-it-alone unilateralism is generally not a successful course.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.